Serious Gamer, and welcome back to another 1 to 5 scale United States Dreadnought Battleship tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build the USS Utah BB-31. USS Utah BB-31 was the second and final member of the Florida-class Dreadnought battleships. The first ship of the United States Navy to be named after the state of Utah. She had one sister ship, Florida. Utah was built by the New York Shipbuilding Corporation, laid down in March of 1909, and launched in December of that year. She was completed in August of 1911, and armed with a main battery of 10 12-inch 305mm guns and 5 twin-gun turrets. Utah and Florida were the first ships to arrive during the United States occupation of Veracruz in 1914 during the Mexican Revolution. The two battleships sent ashore a landing party that began with the occupation of the city. After the American entrance in World War I, Utah was stationed at Berehaven in Bantry Bay, Ireland, where she protected convoys from the potential German surface raiders. Throughout the 1920s, the ship conducted numerous training cruisers and fleet maneuvers and carried dignitaries on tours of South America twice, in 1924 and 1928. In 1931, Utah was demilitarized and converted into a target ship and redesignated the AG-16 in accordance with the terms of the London Naval Treaty, signed the previous year. She was also equipped with numerous anti-aircraft guns in different types to train gunners for the fleet. She served in these two roles for the rest of the decade, and late. In 1941, found the ship in Pearl Harbor. She was in port in the morning of 7th of December, and in the first minutes of the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, she was hit by 2 torpedoes, which caused serious flooding. Utah quickly rolled over and sank. 58 men were killed, but the vast majority of her crew were able to escape. The wreck remains in the harbor, and in 1972, a memorial was erected near the ship. Not exactly the most prominent ship. She's the 6th United States dreadnought, and the 3rd to last to be considered a super dreadnought. This tutorial, I'm going to do a rundown of her 1920s era appearance. I would do her 1930s era, but I really didn't feel like going in and rebuilding the superstructure, as well as going through and redoing a bunch of stuff here in the hull. So this is what you're getting. If you want the 1941 appearance, I'm sure there are several Google images that you can look at, and then take several building tips from many of my other ships if you want to. If you don't, that is fine, but you can't really use this appearance in anything later than 1929. But yeah, let's get into this. Alright, beginning the tutorial, you want to start off with layer 1. You want a upside down forward facing brick stair, and behind that you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 red terracotta blocks. On the end of that you want 1, 2, 3 brick slabs on this, top slabs on the side, and you want 1, 2, 3, 4 red terracotta blocks, and you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red terracotta blocks with brick top slabs. And you want to skip 2 spaces, 1, 2, and you want a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 end rods, and on the end of that row of end rods you want a skeleton skull. And then going back on the inside, you want 2 red terracotta blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for top slabs, 2 end rods, and a skeleton skull. And go on the inside, you want to fill everything in. You want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red terracotta. 1 should be hanging off the back. A brick stair coming off the back. You want to skip a space, and you want 2 brick walls. Then you want to copy that to the other side, And then from above, you should have something that looks exactly like this. And we can move on into layer 2. Alright, moving into our next layer, layer 2, you want to place a normal stair facing forward on top of the previous stair, and you want 3 red terracotta blocks. You can go out to the side, 1 behind it, and you want 1, 2, 3, 4 red terracotta blocks. You want a brick top slab, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 red terracotta blocks. You want 1, 2, 3 top slabs. And go in, you want 1, 2, 3, and 4 brick top red terracotta. With 2 brick top slabs, go in, you want 1, 2 red terracotta, and then a stair with a slab coming off the back. That does it for layer 2, moving on into layer 3. Alright, moving on into our last half on, half off layer. You want an andesite wall on top of the first brick red terracotta block. And then behind it you want a stone block. You go diagonal that, you want 1 block, 1 stone block, and you want 2 more following it. You want a stone slab on the side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 22 stone blocks with a side-facing stone stair. You want to go in, you want a stone block, then you want a side-facing stair, and then you want a stone block in the center. And then you want to fill in the deck with oak wood plank. Just like that. Alright, now that we're finished with that, you want to go... Okay, how am I going to do this? Alright, you want a stone slab on top of this wall. You want oak wood slab in the center. Stone slab on either side. Same thing again. And you want 2 birch fence gates in the middle. Open backwards towards a stone brick block. You want stone slabs on the side. Oak wood plank and the oak wood slab in the center. Stone slab on either side. Full block in the center. Slab to either side. Stair facing forward. Slab to either side. And then you want a row of 1, 2, 3 stone blocks with a stone slab to either side and an end rod in front of the slab. And you want a polished andesite block in the center, slab to either side, polished andesite slab to either side of that. You can do that again. You want a row of 1, 2, 3, stone block in the center with polished andesite blocks on either side. Then you want oak wood slab in the center, polished andesite blocks on either side. 2 oak wood slabs with polished andesite slabs on either side. And then a polished andesite block with stone brick slabs to either side. And then another polished andesite block in the center, birch fence gate, open inward to either side. You want to skip a space, you want nothing in the middle, and then skeleton skulls on either side on the wood. And then you want to go to the next block, you want an end rod with polished blocks and a button on the other side. Go back, birch fence gate, open back with polished andesite slab, button on the other side. And you want a stone brick slab with levers open back on the far sides of the hull. You want a stone block in the center, smooth quartz slab on the far side of the hull, and then stone bricks slab in the center with levers flicked back. Well, they should be facing forward on either side of the hull. You want 2 birch fence gates open forward. You want to skip 2 spaces. And you want an end rod, and then you want to cover the rest of the hull with oak pressure plates. Just like that. And that does it for layer 4, moving into layer 5. So to be in layer 5, you want a stone brick slab on top of the stone block. And then in front of it, you want 2 birch fence gates open back. You want an andesite wall on top of this slab. No, on top of the stair. And then I'm going to place a monster spawner behind it with an end rod on either side. It'll look a lot better if you use the classic textures, because then it looks much closer to a cage mast. You want a birch fence gate open toward it. A stone stair facing away from it. Stone brick block in the center. Nothing on the other side. And then you want an andesite wall on top of these andesite blocks. And then you want to skip a space. In the center, you want smooth quartz slab, and then you want 1 button in front of it. Smooth quartz, stone brick slab with 2 open birch fence gates. And then just so we can get out of the way, you want to go on top of this end rod. You want 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And on the third, you want an end rod on either side of it. So you be masked like that. Moving into the next layer, you want to place a stone block on top of this wall with a light gray stained glass panel on either side. Then behind it, you want a monster spawner with a light gray stained glass panel to either side. You're going to place an iron trap door on top of the fence gate. You're going to place stone bricks on top of the previous one, and then on top of these walls you want upside down back facing stone stairs. On the backs of these walls, you actually wanted iron trapdoors. And then, following these stairs, you want 2 fence gates, just like that. Go back forward, you want an iron trapdoor on top of the stone block. You want a polished andesite block with wrapped in signs. If you're on Java, I think you can place a sign on top of a iron trapdoor here, so you can actually wrap it. Then you'll place a polished deep slate slab on top of the funnel. Do that. You want to place 2 more monster spawners on top of each other. The front. You're going to place a polished andesite slab and draw it to the left and the right. Skeleton on the back. And you want 2 end rods on top of it with an end rod on the other side of it. And boom, that is my design for the USS Utah. Actually, in front of this block, you want to put a sign. I forgot to add that. But yeah, anyway, that does it for my design for the USS Utah. I might do an updated version in future, so that it's just her 1941 version. I might also do that with a few more of my ships, as well as more refits, updates, stuff like that. But yeah, without further ado, my name is Serious Gamer, building the USS Utah BB-31. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next video. Good night, everybody.